Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Ka-Pow Comics, this place. We're doing our new comic book day thing, as we often do. It's going to be a slightly odd one because we still don't have an invoice for this delivery. They sent us like an advanced, what they call an edit list, which is basically called that because it can still be edited. It's not a firm thing, but they can send those out a little bit ahead of time so we have a vague idea of what's coming in. And there's a few things that are on the edit list that are not in here, including, because we get asked for it a lot, Ditko Shrugged. We're still waiting for that to turn up. It's still on every single edit list we get because they clearly have it on their system, but we just don't get sent it yet. There's also a couple of Transformers things that are missing. So until Diamond UK recover from a major power outage and maintenance thing, we're not going to know exactly what we're supposed to get compared to what we've actually got. Other important information for my actual customers who come into my actual shop, you will not be allowed to come into my actual shop until April the 12th. At least April the 12th. The government has basically said that they're not going to set like any absolutely firm dates in. It's going to be staggered out with a 5-week gap between each stage. Those 5 weeks give you a chance for 4 weeks worth of data to be assessed and see what needs to be changed, and then a week to basically adjust any changes just in case they need to be made. So 12th of April will be the earliest. I'm thinking some point mid-March, when we start getting like some better numbers, I might basically start doing a click and collect thing again. I don't want to jump the gun on that one though, because at the moment, until it gets said otherwise, leaving your house for non-essential shopping is still a no-no, and we are still very much non-essential. So even though, yes, technically you're not coming into contact with me within 2 meters of me, you are still not supposed to leave your house to come and buy comic books, which is a shame because that's what I do. Might be even longer until I can get a haircut because it's getting a bit shaggy now. But we'll see how it goes. Although the mustache is coming quite nice. Right, what I do have today is a whole bunch of stock. Some of it is very, very cool. I'm going to start with this bad boy because it's huge, like literally bigger than my head. I'm not entirely sure how much of these things are because, again, we don't have an invoice, so I have to actually look into this when I get it all sorted out. But don't expect this thing to be that cheap. I think like the Baby Yoda one's like 40 quid, might be comparable kind of prices, comparable size. When I say that, I mean, yes, it's huge. In other pop news, though, we have the first one of our album cover ones, which I really quite like. It's a nice little idea, something a little bit different. Clearly done more as just a display thing rather than get it out, because that's actually a hard plastic gem case rather than just the soft plastic kind of used for displaying. So kind of cool, and I like it. We've got a few more of those coming in. If you see anything that you like along those lines, let them know. We can't order all of them in, and I'm only going for stuff that I think looks cool, so expect quite a bit of heavy metal. We also have Professor Hulk, which is a previous exclusive, if I remember rightly. Which basically means you can only get them from comic book stores. We have 2 of these. Trying to get a better light on there. There we go. The other one is behind the counter on eBay at the moment for 40 odd quid because it is the Chase one. They're like 1 in 6 kind of thing, I think it is, but we literally only ordered 2 of them, and one of them was a Chase, so I certainly can't complain about that. But also, people really chase after the Chase figures, so I tend to be able to get a bit more for them. So if you want one, let me know. I can send you a link, or actually, if you're a regular customer, I can just sort you out like a PayPal thing, and you can get it sent direct. So we have less to worry about. But that's the basic one, and the other one is the glow in the dark one. That's what makes it so special. On to some of the Transformers we have now. We were expecting a bigger deluxe kind of one, but the regular ones we've got are the 86 Studio Series. Cup. Wait, is that an actual name? It KUP? I do not remember this Transformer at all, but okay. But yeah, Cup. One of my favorites when I was a kid. Jazz. And finally, Blur. These are all reserved, by the way, as most of our Transformer stuff is. All for the same dude. Whose pile he's actually got a lot off his pile, but it's like every week with some getting more stuff in, so he's got a lot there to collect. On to other such things now. The Champions, title, Because the World Still Needs Heroes. This is one of those like mini format kind of things. We usually get 12 issues of Champions for $11.99. So you're basically paying just shy of £1 an issue. It's absolutely brilliant value for money, and I highly recommend people get these kind of things. They're awesome. Next up, we've got the Yes, at last. Vampirus Carmilla magazine. This is issue 2. Issue 1, for some reason, didn't turn up just yet. So yeah, we're still waiting to see what happened with issue 1 of that one. We do have it on order. So a bit roomy, so I think it's squished. Write It in Blood. Image Comics. This was down as a trade paperback, but I actually thought it was an OG, I have to look into it. It looks like an interesting little idea. Nice simple line artwork. It's very like 100 Bullets-esque kind of thing. Nice bit of weird crap, but I like that. The latest Catwoman by Ram V. I have just read Ram V's These Stranger Shores, and it's absolutely brilliant. Check him out. He's going to do great things. We're looking forward to his Swamp Thing. Spider-Man Bloodline, which is actually the proper name of it. We just literally had this on our spreadsheet as Spider-Brams because it is by J.J. Abrams and family. It was all right. I don't think anyone was really surprised by the big reveal, but and the fact that it took ages for 5 issues to come out. But it does look very cool. It's a very, very well-drawn Spider-Man comic book. Back onto not quite so normal, but other Spider-Man, Miles Morales, the one I've been getting, Ultimatum, which is the story that's just finished fairly recently, and it's very, very cool. Sometimes the artist changes up on this one. It's a bit disappointing because the Carnero, I think it is really, really good, but shame he doesn't do all of it. Probably the biggest release we've had today, Department of Truth, Volume 1. We don't usually get this many of anything, but everything on these has already been spoken for, because when I was reading issue 1, I was absolutely blown away by it and telling everyone how amazing it was. Everyone's like, oh, cool, can you get it? It's like, no, they're going for 40 quid on eBay. It's a hugely popular series. I think it's already been picked for a TV show as well. I think I put something on about that a while ago. But if you want extras, we've got more on order, but honestly don't know how long it'll take to get here. And I think it is, it's only $8.99. Brilliant price. Bit more expensive. Joker War Saga in hardback. Nice big thick job there, which is not just the Batman Joker War. I think it's got like Red Hood Outlaws, Catwoman, Harlequin, Nightwing, Detective, and the Batman Joker Warzone special as well. This has been reserved. This kind of big, heavy format thing, we don't get a lot of this kind of stuff in. If you do want it, let us know. But I've got a gentleman who's got that and a copy of the Department of Truth going out to him later today. All right, so that's all the trades and stuff. No manga this week. On to comic books now. These are now going to be in a slightly different order than I usually would do them. In fact, they're going in the correct order, alphabetical order. The reason for this is basically the spreadsheet we did. I arranged it myself, and I put like all the Spider-Man stuff together, all the X-Men stuff together. It just made it easier than because most people get like 2 or 3 titles of the same thing. They're all in the same place. It's a lot easier. Now we're completely moved on to the League of Comic Geeks. It basically means we have it in their order, which is actually alphabetical. It's going to take some getting used to, but it's going to make more sense in the long run, I hope. Also, if you're on League of Comic Geeks, we've had a couple of like teething issues. One of the main ones being the fact that I've been trying to make it match between the spreadsheet I had and the website, and some people had signed up for the website and modified their own orders on there for what they wanted, and I've gone, oh wait, no, that's not what's on my spreadsheet, and I've put it back on. Go back and double check, please, if you're on there. Just make sure that I'm not adding up stuff you don't want anymore. There's been also a couple where I haven't been notified that a cancellation has happened, so an order's carried on. The one that you will still need to do is let me know if you're dropping titles. So because we order months in advance, and let's say, this is an example that happened. Somebody wanted Eternals, so I put Eternals 1 in for them, and they had Eternals on the spreadsheet. Then number 2 came in, and they'd taken it off the League of Geeks, but hadn't told me they didn't want it. So at this point, I've already ordered number 3. So stuff like that, you need to let us know so we can actually make adjustments ahead of time to make sure that we actually get the right thing and we don't end up with a load of spares kicking around. Eternals wasn't really a problem. I read issue 1 last night, and I really like it. I'm probably going to add to my own pull list. Anyway, for now, Amazing Spider-Man issue 60. Very cool cover. I do like that one. I think it's the start of like some story that they're doing. So a few extra people have paid attention to that one. Definitely as Barbarian Red Planet, part of the Black Hammer thing, for the guy who gets all the Black Hammer things. Batman Black and White issue 3. Very, very cool cover. Batman White Knight Presents next with the Harley Quinn thing. That looks familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, variant cover for me is very, very nice. I really do like the style of that one, but that one I think is his Batman. Right. I think I would have to check exactly where this one belongs. It's either King in Black, Black Cat, or Black Cat King in Black, just for fun. But we've got a few more King in Black stuff to come for later on. First one from Scout, a Black Caravan imprint today, Black Friday, which does look very cool. I like a nice bit of horror. Very minimalist kind of artwork lines there. That could be very good fun to read. Next up, after what feels like quite a long break, I have to check. Black Panther by Tennessee Coates is finally back in, and that looks like Killmonger on the cover there. Yeah, Killmonger with a Venom thing. Is it maybe King in Black? No, it's not got a King in Black thing on there. Yeah, it's not what I'm reading, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. Another one from Scout Comics. This is not one of the horror ones. By the Horns. Ordered this one, I think, because of the colouring and everything kind of like jumped off the page. And yeah, and you just open up to the middle bit there. That's a very nice splash. So looking forward to giving that a look as well. Captain Marvel next with the regular ongoing. And I'd forgotten these were a thing, but the Marvel Snapshots. Captain Marvel is one of those. This one from Heavy Metal. Don't mind getting heavy metal ones, but I actually almost forgot this was added on because these came out a long time ago and it seemed to take a while to arrive. Magma Comics Chasing the Dragon. I wonder what that's about. Crimson Flower #2. Really enjoyed the art styling of #1. Maybe not the best story I've read, but I'm certainly going to give #2 a shot. Donny Cates's crossover now, which isn't just Ready Player One for comic books, honestly. And the ongoing, because you mentioned the actual trade is in, but Department of Truth, regular and variant for myself and somebody else. Don't get me wrong, I kind of like the fact that the regulars all seem to work off a theme and they would look very cool put together, but I don't mind the variants at all. Dynamite now, for the one dude who gets that. Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Blood, which is just very, very cool and a bit of a laugh. Excalibur, part of the X-Men thing, but makes sense to have it there. And these are back orders, because this is one of those situations where somebody's added it on, I think because they've been going through League of Geek and Scene and gone, oh, I didn't know there's an Expanse comic book, so they've added it on. I think issue 3 is the one that's out at the moment. I've got #1 on that's already on back order, still waiting for #2. We will get caught up though. It's actually proven to be a very useful tool for us, but we're still figuring out how best to use it. First issue now of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer spin-off, Faith. Lambert, don't really know who that is, but could be worth checking out. And we do also have the one per store thank you variant as well. Might end up sticking that one on eBay. Very cool cover there, Firefly with what's facing the brown coat. Looks very, very cool. Onto some future state now. Batman Superman issue 2. Probably the most popular one we've had, and definitely the one I'm enjoying reading the most, is Dark Detective, with the variant for me. Really looking forward to this one simply because Dan Mora's art has been absolutely spectacular. But it's also Tamaki. I'm sorry, I'm not sure have to check the name. I know it's Tamaki, but I can't remember the first name. I want to say Tamika, but I could be wrong. Mariko Tamaki, I'm glad I checked. With Jordi Belair on the colours. And every single bit of the comic book has been fantastic. It's also got the best side stories as well. Don't get me wrong, some of the stuff in the next Batman has been okay, but it definitely feels like it's been the weaker of the two Batman ones. But we also have some Superman ones. Superman House of L. Got a couple of copies of that one in. Need to touch on it so you can see what we're doing now. Game of Thrones, the dude gets that. Generations Forged. This kind of thing, we don't really order loads of them because they're expensive. It's like £8. $8.99. So it's roughly the same price as it's the exact same price, should I say, of Department of Truth Volume 1 for what's effectively a one-shot square bound special. 2 of these have been taken care of, so we'll have one spare and one you need to get in contact as soon as you can. I Breathe the Body issue 2. I really did quite like issue 1. Didn't have the Western feel stuff that I've liked them before, but Ice Cream Man with variant, not so shiny variant this time, but I still like variants. Regular is quite cool and is still probably one of my favourite horror comic books at the moment. Just consistently great. Give me 1 second, I need to move this. Okay, yeah, right. Move on to box number 2. There we go. And here we get some actual King in Black. We have Namor, Return of the Valkyries. That's it though. I don't think there's much else King in Black. Maybe one more. Let's wait and see, shall we? Don't want to get ahead of myself. Maestro, which is a back order with War and Pax. Is that the new series of Maestro? I'm struggling to keep track of Maestro. Magnificent Ms. Marvel. Because it's issue 18, which is also 75 issues, it's more expensive than it usually would be. So thank you for that one, Marvel. This one, I thought I'd order some variants. So if you ask for a variant of this one, I'm really sorry. Maybe it was an incentive variant, or I just forgot to. I can't remember. But we have Marvel Voices, Legacy issue 1. I quite enjoyed the last stuff that I read, so checking that one out. Monstrous, which is very, very pretty. Nailbiter Returns. Hate to say it, didn't grab my attention as much as I wanted it to. More mutant stuff now into form of New Mutants. Those covers have always been great. Looking forward to that. Nomen Omen, which I think might be the last one. So whoever's down for this one, I think they basically said to cut it off when they could, but there's literally one issue left, so they might get that one anyway. A new one from Aftershock now, which I'll be checking out later, from Stephanie Phillips, called Nuclear Family. I do love the look of that one. It's just something normality but creepy, and I quite like that. Oblivion Song, issue 30. Post Americana, which is still a brilliant looking comic book. I am going to pick this up in trade because I didn't get a chance to read issue 2 before I sold it. But Steve Scroce and Dave Stewart are doing just a wonderful job on that one. Terry Moore's Serial, issue 2. I did enjoy issue 1 of that one. Looking forward to giving that a look. Another one from the world of Black Hammer. It's on a Skull Digger. So usually I'd put the Black Hammer stuff together, but I'm doing it alphabetically now, correctly. Sonic the Hedgehog, just the ongoing there. Nothing special with that one, I don't think. Because we got issue 2 last week, I have gone back and ordered issue 1, Space Bastards, by Derek Robertson, which I'm looking forward to giving a look to. Spawn 315. I think I actually have a spare of this one. I think some people have dropped Spawn, but I do like that cover. That's badass. Final issue now, I think, give me 1 second, of Stranger Things and Dungeons and Dragons, which is a perfect crossover mix for the two of those. New one from Image now, a regular cover of Stray Dogs. People have been describing this one as like some weird crossover. Secret Life of Pets meets 7. That's the regular, and that is the variant. And I really do like that. Gonna have to give that one a read later. Oh, there we go. Yes, there is a bit more King in Black in the form of Symbiote or Spider-Man. This one's for me. I honestly don't remember ordering this cover, but I'll check the invoice. 2 Moons. Another Wild West mixed with horror. After Chain to the Grave left me a little bit wanting. I've got high hopes for this one. The Union, which isn't King in Black, which I thought it was. US Agent. I'm not entirely sure if this is meant to be this way, but I think like the idea of I am justice is a very cool thing to, I am justice. But that just says to me, I am just ice. I mean, I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but we'll wait and see. Usagi Yojimbo, Wanderer's Road, the miniseries. Some Vampirella now. Make sure I've got the right one separated there. Dark Powers, spin-off number 3. And Vengeance of Vampirella, issue 15. Finally, the last issue. Sorry, not finally. We've got more to do after this, but I'm just really excited to get the last issue of this one. 140,000 Marnia's Calgar. I'm going to miss this one because it's definitely our best-selling comic book. But it has been discussed yesterday with some random person. It's by Kieran Gillen, who does some of the best comics I'm reading at the moment. Once in the Future and Die, which I think won a award or something. Both of which absolutely worth checking out. And I said I've been reading his Eternals, and it's brilliant. So, Kieran Gillen is the dude. And we do have some of the variants of that as well, which look quite cool. Wolverine, just regular old Wolverine. I don't know, he lost his eye. Kind of thing that happened that everyone knows about. Am I like totally out of the loop on Wolverine stuff? I don't know, maybe just my fists aren't that cool. Who knows? Then the actual X-Men. The probably only thing I know about X-Men at the moment is what I've been reading Champions. Really should pay more attention. Year Zero, they have a lot of fun with their covers. They're a lot of fun. You Look Like Death, Tales from the Umbrella Academy. I think that's the last part of that mini-series. It's what I'm really looking forward to reading when they bring out collected, but I'm probably going to wait until they do the deluxe one again, because all my this is deluxe at the moment. And then Young Hellboy to finish off the Hidden Land. So yeah, that's a whole bunch of comic books, isn't it? It's quite a lot of them, and that's what I'm going to spend most of the rest of my day doing. So I've just heard a very noisy bird. And don't get me wrong, there are like windows nearby, but that sounded like really noisy, like it got in somehow. Gonna creep me out until I figure out what's going on there. Anyway, you guys, have a nice day. Stay safe and pay attention to the page, because pretty much the only way we've got communicating with a lot of people at the same time is Facebook. We use Instagram and Twitter as well, but not everyone follows us on those. And any news we have about when we're going to be opening and how we're going to do it will go up. Because there's no tier system going to be coming out. It's all going to be like a full national thing. We have to wait and see what the restrictions are going to be. With social distancing in place, I still don't want to open up so it's like everyone can come at the same time. But I'd like to think that with the amount of people who are taking or getting vaccinated, I'd like to think that safety, as long as people are sensible and wear masks, I should actually be able to lift some restrictions on how many people come to the store at the same time, which would be really nice. And yeah, I think that's it for the day. I'm going to do a review later if I get the chance. Okay, too many plans. I've got a lot to do now for the rest of the day, so take it easy, stay safe, bye.